Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Authentic Truth podcast. I'm your host, Orrin Brazington. Just a few things before I get started. Please take a moment to rate, like, and follow the show. It helps me get the podcast into the algorithms so other people can find it and will also keep you up to date on upcoming episodes. I would really appreciate it. If you feel called to leave a comment, please do. I really enjoy reading them. This show is about the strength of the human spirit and how if we can change how we see the world, then we can change how we interact with it. This episode is going to hit home for a lot of you. I certainly had a ton of inspiration to create it from my own life. This episode is about our jobs and careers. Although profitable, how they can take their toll on our personal lives, relationships, and our inner peace. So, without further ado, let's get started. Are you living the dream or merely surviving it? At what point is enough finally enough? Do you come home from your job after a long commute or a stress-filled day or night feeling drained, overwhelmed, and even irritable? Not because of hard physical labor, but the mental strain seems like it just pulls the happiness right out of your life. Or maybe your coworkers are the exhausting part. Do you check the clock nonstop? And does your weekly work schedule feel almost like a jail sentence? Passing the time with endless small chat in order to distract yourself from being at work just to get through the day seems dystopian, doesn't it? Does your job seem to crush your very soul? Does just showing up every day take about all you have to give? Unfortunately, exchanging our times and personal lives for cash is life for a lot of us right now. I want everybody to imagine this. You are 60 years old. You gave your life to a career or a trade to earn a retirement and some security. Your body aches and starts to break down. You are starting to feel your age. Now stop for just a moment. As you reflect, are you happy with what you did with your life? Did you do everything you set out to achieve when you were younger? Or perhaps you played it safe, didn't take risks, simply talked yourself out of every potential business venture and ignored the great ideas that came up from within. You put yourself on the sidelines because fear held you back from doing anything great, and you are filled to the brim with regret about what you didn't do with your time here on Earth. My words probably feel pretty dang heavy right now, huh? This is the wake-up call you have been waiting for. Like many of you, I really struggled later on with my career as a union pipe fitter here in the States. The blue-collar job I once loved started to feel overly negative, oppressive, and even prison-like. It was as if I threw my mental health straight into an industrial-sized meat grinder every week. Most of the men and women I worked with were miserable themselves and completely checked out until it was time to go home for the day. Drug and alcohol abuse were commonplace in order to withstand the grind. Is this the fate we all signed up for? Work a job for 40 years that we don't enjoy or maybe even despise in hopes we will really enjoy life when we are old and beat up? Here is a fact. Most people die within 16 months after they retire. Think about that. You work all your life and yet you don't even get to enjoy the freedom you worked your ass off for when you retire. It was taken from you as quickly as it came. In today's world, we face many fears and challenges. From AI to politics, war, and relationship shortcomings. At the very least, I believe each and every person should have a career they love that pays well enough to fully live our best lives. Make your dreams a reality and not just your boss's. Most of the world is trapped in a nightmare, stuck going to a job they can't stand, working with people they might not like but have to tolerate in order to stay employed, all for a company that does not appreciate them the way that they want deep down inside. Most think if I just make more money that I'd be happy. I believe if your heart isn't in the work you do, it doesn't matter how much you make. Lots of people walk away from high paying jobs in order to save their mental health. It seems the higher the salary, the more stress there is to deal with. Isn't there more to life than this? Here are some signs your job is a slow drain. Sunday evenings are full of dread, anxiety, heaviness, and even irritability just thinking about going to work on Monday. You live just for the weekends, feeling like life only exists outside of work. You come home from work feeling disconnected and even flat or numb to life itself. You feel a loss of interest in things outside of work. Hobbies and events don't draw you in like they once did. These are all signs your job is literally consuming you and your life. Here is an example. A man named Stefan worked for a large construction company as a mechanical engineer for the past 15 years. He started his career with the energy of a young spring chicken, excited and eager to learn and grow with the field that fascinated him so much. The long hours, crazy deadlines, and loss of relationships due to working weekends and late nights and the constant strain of sitting at a desk day in and day out made him utterly and completely miserable. He even started taking ADHD medication so he could focus on his work because his attention to detail struggled due to the stress. Just waking up in the morning became difficult and dread filled. He becomes lost in it. The workplace becomes heavy and joyless. Stefan's drive and ambition become shattered and out of focus. He becomes lost in an ocean of people who feel the same way. This is the moment his career becomes a burden and is misaligned with who he is and where he wants to be with his life. He wonders what his life would look like if he did something about it and actually found something he was passionate about doing as far as work. He longs for more and wants meaning in his life and job. He chooses to ignore these cries from within and finishes out his career in the engineering field. After nearly 40 years, he retires and feels empty, tapped out, and unseen. He feels deep regret that he didn't chase what called to him in his life. He has a great retirement, but feels hollow and feels he betrayed himself. Now his life feels dull and even meaningless. So, what can you do about this? Well, this is not an easy question, but here is my best answer. Create a life you can't wait to jump out of bed for. What if starting a business with a friend or doing something bold is your ticket to feeling truly alive instead of feeling drained by the cold corporate grind? What are you passionate about doing? Where does your heart lie? Here is an example. Sophia worked in the tech industry in Washington State, just outside Seattle. The stress of her role at the company caused her to use alcohol and medications just to cope with the endless pressure of her successful, demanding career. She had everything: a beautiful home, a few rental properties. Her friends and family were envious of her success. Deep down inside, she was drowning, barely able to keep her head above the murky waters. Her career demanded all of her free time, so her social life was put on the back burner. Her past relationships also suffered because she always put her work first just to keep her position as a team manager. She was empty inside and starved for meaning and value in her life and her work. One day, she decided she had had enough and put in her 2 weeks at the shock and surprise to her fellow employees and supervisors. She was going to chase her dreams and not get burned out by being a workaholic for a tech giant that considered her only another number that was easily replaceable. You see, her dream was to be a dog trainer. Her love of animals has been with her since birth, and she understood dogs better than she did her fellow humans. Her friends and family were appalled at her decision, but they supported her, thinking she just needed a break to reflect on her life. But Sophia had a plan. She knew how to train dogs because her ex-husband trained dogs for the military. Sophia had a brilliant idea. She used her excellent people skills and know-how in social media to create a digital dog training program that she would sell that would teach people how to train their dog to pro canine standards right from home. All the doubt and laughter about her out of nowhere career change soon faded from friends and family when, in a short period of time, she was making $250,000 a month in income. She did something most people only dream of. She created a powerful brand by chasing her passion and love for animals and not taking no for an answer. Not many of her friends believed in her, but none of that mattered to Sophia because she believed in herself, and now she makes money even when she is sleeping due to her genius idea. She escaped the 9-to-5 rat race and inspired everyone in her life to look at their own lives to challenge what they thought was possible. In conclusion, really listen to yourself and follow what you are passionate about. Letting fear control and direct your life is sadly a popular way to live nowadays. Free yourself and become your own boss. Make your dreams come true and not just your employer's. That's a wrap for this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you're looking for help creating your own best life, I offer personalized mindset coaching to help you get to the next level of your own life. You can contact me on Instagram at Orrin V. Brazington or at www.orrinbrazington.com. I'll post this all in the show notes. Until next time, please don't be afraid to speak your authentic truth. And thank you so much.